Goody everyone, this is Dayhawk bringing to you episode 25 of Shaman 2021. I do apologize if you hear a fan in the background. It's really hot here in my realm, so I do apologize for that, but I'm sweating bullets right now. And so I just figured, what the hey, I'm just gonna go for it with the fan on because I can't. I'm sweating right now, but I needed to get this video made and send out to you guys. And yeah, this video is gonna be short because nothing that is new happened. And let's be honest right now, I discovered when I did my previous video on the old one version and watching this version now, it's very eerie because in the last video review I did, it talks about the origins of Hao and Yoh. And then you have the X-Laws coming in and trying to convince them to join, which didn't work. And in this version, it's eerily the same. It's eerily the same. Already forgot one of the X-Laws' names, but the bomb went off. And we see in the smoke that Hao survived, and in the back you see the spirit of fire, but in this case it's all blue and in water. So the spirit of fire became the spirit of water for a moment, and everybody was shocked, of course. X3 died for nothing apparently, and Mikihisa makes an appearance in the back, explaining the few people who were around him that Hao is the master of all 5 elements, and he can change to any element he wishes. In this case, he changed the spirit of fire from fire to water in order to survive. And he also further explains that each of the elements are in perfect harmony, yet they have a weakness to the other element. For example, what beats fire? Water. That sort of thing. What else? Even though in this perfect example, water beats water, yet it coexists. Everything is in balance, and each of the element puts one element in check, if it makes any sense. And I enjoyed how Mikihisa explained it all, and I have it right here the way he told the audience, well, his group where he was sitting. He explains, Shiko Kura, which means water beats fire, and then Cash Hodo, fire creates earth. Let's see. Do Shogun, earth creates metal. And finally, Gohosuri, metal creates water. So as you can, the elements have a mutual relationship, and yet they overcome each other. And they're keeping their element in check. So that's the scene that I enjoy the most. And then Yoh mentions Hao's full name, Asakura Hao, or in English is Hao Asakura. And everybody was looking shocked, like, how did you know that? And is he any relations to you? And Yoh mentions that he is a descendant, and he kind of let's see what else. He was about to say that Hao is his older brother, but Anna stopped Horo from pressuring him, whatever. And this is the scene too that Ren started to connect the dots of Hao, which the way he did in 01. That Hao Asakura is a descendant from the Asakura family, Yoh, and he reincarnated to be one of the members of the patch so he can get one of the 5 elemental spirits. And then 500 years later into this time to become a part of the Shaman tournament. So yeah, so Ren connected the dots the same way he did back in 01. Then it cuts into this scene with Silva. Well, not Silva yet. But, oh yeah. This is the important part. I almost forgot to tell you guys. So, after Ren was connecting the dots of what Hao really truly is, the X-Laws are still in shock. And then, here's the most shocking part. Hao somehow obtained the souls of X3, and the X-Laws are standing there in shock, like their bodies they're dead, but somehow he obtained their souls. And to add insult to injury, Hao feeds their souls to the spirit of fire. And I find it to be shocking yet not, because in the original we've seen the spirit of fire getting fed by people to spirits just to amp up his mana up, his Furoku up. That's why when in the Oracle Bell, when people try to measure how much Furoku Hao has, you will understand why everybody's in shock, to be like, there's no way a shaman can have that amount of Furoku or mana. And now you understand why, because all those souls and spirits, Hao has been feeding the spirit of fire, he ends up becoming really strong. So it's shocking yet not shocking, because he has done it before in 01. But we have not seen him actually eat the souls in this version until now. And so the tournament is on hold because they're fixing up the arena. And then Silva comes in to check on the host, and the host mentions that he has everything in a recording, an old school patch videotape, and Silva takes it, even though his fellow patchmen was, please, I can't have you take it because you heading into dangerous ground here. And of course Silva is like, yeah, I understand, and you're a good friend, and you're a good man and you're a true friend, but I have to do this. And he takes the videotape, the camera, because Silva has his own agenda, because he has Asakura blood in his veins. So Silva and Yoh are related, thanks to Hao. And as he leaves, we see 2 patch members, and they mention that they mentioned something, and they're gonna go talk to whoever they're supposed to talk, and we all know who that is. Because think about it, Silva has a secret tape that may contain Hao's weakness, whatever, and you have 2 members of the patch just like, what's going on? He must have something. We must report to our leader, and something tells me it's not Golva. It's not. And now it leads to the yo-yos, on the beach, and that's where Yoh tells everybody that he's my older brother, and that's when Horo just leaps in and pins Yoh. Thank you, he said. Finally, thank you. And I can understand why Horo is mighty upset, because in Yo's mind, I guess he doesn't want any of his friends getting involved in Asakura business. How Asakura is like a stain to their family, because even though Hao was the very first Asakura to become a shaman and mastered 5 elements, he did a lot of atrocities 1,000 years ago, and more so into the future when he became patched and obtaining the spirit of fire up till now. And Yoh feels that it's his responsibility and no one else should be involved. And Horo's case is like, thank you finally told the truth. Why didn't you tell us from the very beginning? And that's when Yo's like, well, it's my burden to bear, and I don't want you guys to be involved. But the thing is, Yoh, the moment Hao entered in your guys' lives and starting to affect their lives, they're already involved. Let's be honest, because Hao sick so many people your way, it's like, dude, we're already involved in this. Hao has attacked us countless times. Like, how dare you tell us that it's not of our business? And I get it, it's family business, and when it's family business, the outsiders in this case shouldn't be involved unless that person decides to. And then poor Manta, he just can't take it anymore. He gets almighty upset at the fact that Hao is Yo's older brother, and he ends up running away and bumps into Anna. I mean, Manta can't take a break at this point, and he feels mightily upset for Yoh, because having someone in your family and who is a twin brother who is killing people and trying to create a shaman only world. It's a lot, but Yoh is like carefree, and like he said in his old one version, I mean, it wasn't my fault that, I was born in this situation. There's nothing I can do to change it. All I can really do is push forward, and at the end of the day, I'm me. And then it cuts into the scene of Yomei and his wife. I don't know where they're heading. Maybe to the airport, and hopefully they can go to the island, or they're heading home. We don't know, but they're starting to reminisce, and Yomei did like a ritual to make sure that is it true, is Hao is going to be born in this time, and chose my daughter, and every single time the end result is yes, he's coming in our time and he chose his daughter, and he gets mightily upset, and his wife mentions that what would happen if our daughter is born with twins. If what happens if she's carrying twins? And Yoma's like, oh, it's bad enough that Hao is coming and I have to kill a baby regardless if it's Hao or not. Now we have to deal with the fact that this woman, my daughter, is carrying twins, so we don't know which kid is gonna pop out first. Because can you imagine Yomei killing the wrong baby? It will be so... it weighs on you. Just killing someone can change their lives quickly, but can you imagine killing a child in his age to carry the burden? It could destroy one's soul. And it cuts into this scene with Mikihisa and his wife, which we never get a chance to see in the old one version, so it's nice to see her. And it leads to the same scene in old one and in the beginning of the reboot, where the members of the Asakura family are there. Yo's mom is laying down, getting ready to give birth. He summons his spirits. He tries to kill the first baby, but then the spirit of fire appears. So luckily it was Hao, not Yoh, that came out first. And you know the drill on that. I'm not gonna go into full details on that. And what else? Also, in this final scene in this episode, Yomei, even though he felt like he failed, at least we have Yoh. And he further explains that if what Hao said is true, that Yoh carries half of Hao's power, then maybe there's still hope for the Asakuras. And the same with Um, the same with the dad. I forgot his name already. I just went blank, guys. Sorry. Mikihisa in '01. That Yoh is our only hope to right the wrongs of the past. And you see Yomei training Yoh, and that's the end of this episode. Nothing much happens. Nothing much. It's just a repeat of what I did in the last video for Shaman King Gong 1. I did say it's gonna be short, but maybe I should stop saying that. Alright then, I'll see you all again in the next video. And again, I do apologize if you hear my fan in the background. It's really hot. And I hope to see you all again in the next video. And I'll see you on the other side of Oblivion. And please give a like if you like it. And please subscribe. And also leave a comment of what you think of this episode. What you did like. What you did not like. Somewhere in between. Alright? Johnny!